doing, dude?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I record. Yeah.
You know, it was only the stop. Let's
Stop it.
Yeah.
Hello, hi, and welcome to the Nothing Podcast, a podcast where we talk about anything and everything all in one. And today's episode, we have a very, very special guest that has appeared on many shows, movies, and many, many more movies to come. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome a very good friend of mine, Paul Strider. Hi, how's it?
Yeah, good, great. Yeah. Happy to be here.
That's good to have you, man. It's good to have you.
Thank you.
So just tell us, who is Paul? Where does Paul come from? Where did you grow up?
I grew up right here in Pretoria. About in grade 10, I went to Cape Town. I was there for about 4 years, finished high school. I came back for the job after getting casted in Rembrandt. And then I've just been here ever since. I've been here for about now over a year back in Pretoria. And man, I just love it. Everyone's so motivated. Everyone's keeping up with the pace. When you bring someone an idea, they're like, okay, cool, let's get to it.
Things work quickly.
It's a lot less talk and more do.
Yeah. No, what do you like? Like, if you're comparing the Cape Town and here, like, how's the atmosphere? How are things here?
Yeah. Cape Town's where I retire, bro.
Yeah.
Cape Town's where I retire. I'm here to work. So I think that's the lucky thing. Everyone's here to work and to rise and grind. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's the thing, preferred, that I've also noticed a lot about Joburg and Cape Town. Joburg is a lot more work. If you need something done, you're gonna get it done here quickly. You're gonna get it done now. Where they, even when you're driving on the road, people driving like 80 kilometers an hour on the highway.
It's terrible, really.
That's the thing I really don't understand. Why are you driving on a highway?
And we've got 2 lanes, eh?
There's two lanes.
Only 2 lanes from any other place into Cape Town. You sit there for like 2-hour traffic on a good day.
On a good day.
Yeah.
On a good day. Whereas here, there's a friend of mine that moved to the Cape Town, beginning of this year, and she was telling me about she drove from Stellenbosch to CBD and then back all in one day, and people were so surprised. They're like, you drove for like 2 hours today? Whereas here, it's a normal thing. People go to Roodepoort, which is basically another country.
You get up
with
in the morning, like people will wake up there at 9. Like 9 is a good time to wake up in Cape Town. Here it's like even 5:30, 6.
That's the thing. But considering the fact that Cape Town is technically, the sun sets in the summer at like 9, 10. So it is technically a different country on its own. That's probably what it feels like.
A whole new world.
Yeah. So can you tell us about the recent show that you were on, Rembrandt? How was it? How did you find it? How was your character? Did you relate a lot with the character?
Yeah, man. So first time ever reading the character's like description, it said head boy, flawed Superman. And I thought, wow, that's quite interesting. I read a bit further. And the thing is my real life story is I was head boy for about 7 days. About 7 days, I made a mistake. I gave up my blazer and I was then a normal student for the rest of the year.
You were basically playing yourself, if you ask.
When I read that, I was like, wow. But Dolph, my character, had a much more noble cause than me. I quite literally described him in all interviews, just the man I want to be and the man I hope to be. So showing up on set, I think it was an incredibly big learning experience. 185 shoot days. Wow. You really now get to play every day, but also learn every day consistently. And just to make the most of that. You don't have to be perfect, but just make sure that you learn through that experience.
As much as you can.
Yeah, so it's just been great.
Yeah, and how was it? How was the set? How were the people? What's something that you found notable? What's something that you learned?
Incredible. Young cast, obviously everyone's about the same age, so you're also having a lot of fun with the cast. More or less exactly in the same boat as you, a lot of newcomers as well, some that were maybe 1-2 years in the industry. And also I think what was really a standout was the director at the very final day of shooting. He was like, this has been the best crew actor relationship he has ever seen on set. And this man has been directing for maybe 10-15 years. So that was incredible to us to hear that, and that we have to realize that that's not the norm. In any work environment, not just on set, things can be difficult. People can still hit heads, we can still kind of agree to disagree in some shape or form, but it was just incredibly fun. I really had a lot of fun. You never felt like incredibly anxious on set. Except Volku. Volku was really anxious every day, no matter what.
Well, that's Volku in the background.
He just had to learn his lines. That's all.
That's him. That's him, ladies and gentlemen.
Go back to crew. Go back to being
messing
crew,
up our frame.
Please,
messing up our frame as usual.
Okay. So I just felt very comfortable, and I think that is the most important thing. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, and like, was there, you know, with the marketing of the show specifically, was there something that you guys did that you think, oh wow, it's like, if you look back at like 5 years ago, the type of marketing that they were doing for like new shows, they put up billboards, ads on radio and stuff. Was there certain things that you guys did that were out of the norm?
It's a difficult relationship right there. I think the first thing that we did that was quite unique or whatever is we had to hand out some pamphlets, right? And we were ordered to, not ordered, but we were like, hey, this is a good idea. Let's go to the streets and just hand out pamphlets about a week before the show would release on Showmax. And we were split into two groups, Group A and Group B. I was in Group B with Volku as well. We had a gorilla suit and everything, so we thought, hell yeah, we're gonna get those pamphlets gone within an hour. And about 4 hours later, we still had like 200 left. And so we only about handed out 50. The other group was already done by like 2 hours. They were done. All of them gone, all the pamphlets gone. So we were like, okay, let's do something else. So what we did with the rest of the pamphlets was we took Deirdre, who plays Lazan, and Volku, and we let them just crash into each other on video, like a vertical video, as you would do a TikTok. And the pamphlets fall on the ground, and the camera is going to the pamphlet, and you see the date and everything. Oh, sorry, I just dropped my Rainbow Grant pamphlet. I'm so sorry. Rainbow Grant, 50, obviously like very on the nose guerrilla marketing, and then quite literally the gorilla was in the background, and the camera just panned to that. I think that video got about now 22,000 views. And I mean, that's basically 22,000 pamphlets. Pretty much. So, and that's the new world we live in, where you don't need to hand out 250 real life pamphlets. Just make a video of just one of the pamphlets, and you've got 22,000 people just seeing it right there. So,
how would you say the rise of TikTok and social media has influenced the way people interact with shows, and with also having a social media presence as a show, as an actor by yourself? How would you say the importance of that has been?
It changed everything. Everything. I can't understate how much of a difference it made. The very first thing that people need to realize, why do I start watching a new show or a new movie? I found it while scrolling. I found a quick scene. I found a quick interview. You know, with any movies coming out these days, you hear about it very much while scrolling. You got Reels, you got Shorts, you got TikToks.
Everything.
Basically, every app is TikTok now.
Pretty much.
And vertical content. So I didn't watch Peaky Blinders before I saw a reel about one of the scenes, and I was like, wow, I want to watch this. I didn't go and watch one of the interesting movies before I saw Brad Pitt do an interview about that movie. So it really changes the way that people pick movies, because we have so many options these days. We have so many options, and the thing is our scrolling is personalized.
It is.
So they know that I think you'll take interest in this particular film, this particular series. So that is why I could not, and I think, and I'm being very blunt and honest here, there is quite still a gap, obviously, with this generation and with the previous one, where I don't think they understand yet the absolute importance of vertical content in order to promote new shows. I think a lot of people still believe that, no, the show will speak for itself. No, if it's good, people will watch it. Okay, cool, maybe 10 years ago. But now it's like, if I don't see it on
your feed,
on my homepage,
you won't see it.
I'm not going to watch it.
That's the thing. And I was there. I was fortunate enough to be on set for one day. It was very cool. I got to see everything in motion, how everything works. And one thing I specifically noticed was when you guys had specific costumes and something, or there was a new character introduced, you always used to take vertical content, even on a phone, because that's the thing. It doesn't need to be fancy, very high quality stuff. It's just the more less quality it feels, the more relatable it feels.
People
it feels
want
like it's something.
Authenticity. Our generation seeks authenticity.
And that's the thing I've noticed about so many people. And people try to copy other big things, saying, oh, because Mr. Beast did 1, 2, 3, I'm going to try and copy it.
No.
You should try and stick to what you know and make it as authentic and be yourself while doing that thing. I remember when I was shooting a previous episode with Volko, I was asking him about how they're marketing their band and stuff. And he basically just said, when you're doing it, you know, when you're talking, making vlog or something, pretend as if you are on FaceTime with someone. Because if you're going to put on a show, people are going to see that you don't feel natural. You're not in your element.
100%.
How would you say social media has played a role in your life, personally and professionally?
Yeah, so because being an actor, I think a lot of people came to learn that because of the changes in social media, you now have two personas. You have your real personal life that you portray privately to yourself, to your close friends, and then you have the character that you play. But also then a third one came in, and that's the celebrity. So it's a difficult one where interviews, how you portrayed in public, how you're seen on vertical content, that is also now a different character. Because now you got to be heightened at some point, but also people want to see a bit more in that life, and they want to learn a bit more about that person. And what has happened now is actually your personal life and that celebrity is actually now
intertwining.
One. It's one now.
Yeah.
And it's a difficult. I don't want to say difficult. It's not difficult. It's just something to be aware of. So if I am on a Riemboog type of vertical video, it's not going to be the same as my personal Instagram videos to the audience. And that's still, you're playing three different roles, I guess. So, I mean, I'm going a bit off the topic, but that is the first interesting thing that I've picked up. Especially where we did interviews where we were like doing the brain of our character and stuff. I also can't do that just as myself. Because myself is a little bit more chill, a bit more like, hey man, how are you? But you on the video, hey guys, okay, so we got the brain here, and this is happening, oh yeah. So I think that's the big difference.
And would you say being a public figure, has that influenced you? Has there ever been a time where it's influenced you negatively? Has there been a time when you wish, I really wish this didn't happen?
So obviously there's some places that you can avoid. I mean, there's obviously like Afrikaans bars that you know you will get recognized more often, or maybe a local mall. And most of the time, I absolutely love it. Then it's like, hey, fans, I know that people are watching the show because we don't see it. There's a screen. I don't see you all the time. So it's amazing when people come up to me and say like, hey, I watch the show. I'm like, thank you. Really, really, I mean it when I say thank you, because that's your time. And thank you for your time. Then there are the days where you're a bit down. You're like, damn, man, I just want to go watch Formula 1 on my own. I'm going to wear a hat. I'm going to go eat KFC in my car. You know, I just want to be a bit on my own, and then I just come up to the mall and I can see the whoa, and you're just like, okay, just keep walking. And I don't want to make it sound like it happens so often. No, it maybe happened once or twice where it's like you have an off day and you're like, I don't want to be seen right now. And I think the anxiety, not anxiety, but more the being aware of it is when it comes to when you're especially down. And it can happen any moment. You can't really predict it. So they're like, oh, anytime here would be fine, but now I'm having a birthday. Or I'm busy, I'm like in a Seattle or a Starbucks and I'm working on a script or whatever, and I've got my headphones on and I'm like, I don't want to be bothered right now.
And people just come to you.
Yeah, I won't go mad, but it's not been a huge problem at all. I like really, it's just been an interesting experience.
How would you say mentally, like let's say on a day you'd have to go on set and be very energetic and happy, but that specific day, let's say something happened in your personal life, how do you mitigate how you're feeling actually in real life and how you're supposed to feel? How do you get through those boundaries?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest, I think the biggest one is when you're on film, everything is being watched very carefully. You zoom in incredibly. So in the first, like, let's say few months of Rainbow Run, I was quite very insecure. I mean, you're looking at the whole face like this, and then the eyes and the teeth and the skin especially. And you sit in that makeup chair for about a half an hour a day. And that came to be the most difficult part of the day. And I didn't understand why this was bothering me so much, but I was sitting and looking in that mirror for an entire hour, looking at how the makeup artist covers all of my imperfections. And that kind of brought me down quite a bit. And then when I get it back on stage, on set, it's like, okay, now I gotta be here, but I just sat an entire hour in front of the mirror, realizing everything that's wrong with me. So I think that balance, people think, oh, when I'm on screen, all my insecurities will go away. No, it was more like
all out on the table,
just being thrown on it, and it just grew much quicker and bigger. So I think that was just the interesting thing in balancing that.
I think it is quite important to, especially when it comes to the creative industry, I find that there's quite a lot of people that have quite a lot of mental problems, whether it's anxiety, depression. There's more times than often, and I've noticed this specifically with comedians. They are probably some of the most depressed people in the whole entertainment industry. And I think it's very, very important to take care of your mental health as someone who's in the entertainment industry. And I think one thing with a lot of people that I've talked to, one thing that really helps is exercise. Yeah. What's one thing that you'd say helps you get through a stumble, through a day where maybe you have writer's block or anything? Yeah. What's something that gets you or pushes you through that?
I go watch movies alone. I do. Sterk has obviously had a great year of films. We're looking at Formula 1, Jurassic Park, Superman. Beginning of the year, Sinners is still my favorite film of this year.
What a film.
Yeah, I really enjoy going to the movies alone. Because much like even if I go and watch theatre, I don't think I've ever watched theatre alone. But when I'm in a space like that, my mind goes and it just finds kind of peace. I think about the things that, like let's say in a script with writer's block. Okay, I have writer's block. Now I'm going to quickly like a high school play. I'm going to go watch a high school play. Am I absolutely taken aback by how incredible this play is? No, I'm enjoying it. And whilst enjoying it, I'm thinking, oh shoot, I made a mistake in one of my other scripts. I can fix it now. Because being in that space, it just helps. So I would say getting out of slump, I do go watch movies alone. I think I've definitely watched a lot more movies alone now than with people at this point in my life. Taking a walk at Irene Mall or Irene Farm, that's a spot for me, being a bit with fresh air, just taking a walk, no headphones, just talking out loud. I do talk a lot with myself out loud. So I gotta I do get probably some people that look like, this guy's talking to himself like out loud. So that I do as well. I do the writing. Not much of a reader, but I know I should be more of a reader, especially if you want to be a good writer. But obviously, changing also that topic, I wanted to hear your opinion as well. We're coming into an age where AI is completely changing the industry, and it could possibly even wipe out this entire industry in, let's say, 2 years even. So one thing that I'm afraid might go away the quickest is writing. And the thing is, I really enjoy writing, man. I really enjoy this puzzle. So I just wondered what you think about it, and what do you fear, or what are you excited about AI coming into this industry?
I think one thing I've noticed specifically about AI is it's going to make the smart people smarter, and it's going to make the dumb people even dumber. Because AI is a tool. That's the thing a lot of people don't understand. People think, there's a lot of people that has the understanding that AI is going to replace. AI is replacing, it's cutting down maybe the work that you need to do. Let's say, for instance, as a writer, it can write down your proposal, write down your, the first draft, it can spell check it, or the summary and stuff like that. But the people that are going to succeed are the people that are going to know how to use AI. Because if let's say you use AI, you like to AI, write me a story about a superhero saving a princess and dying in the end. You're not going to learn anything. You're not going to do anything. But you actually going down to write that story and then putting that into AI and be like, what are some things that
still got to be good prompt writers as well.
That's the thing. So you have to be able to prompt it very good. That's why there's, it's the same thing that happened with the third revolutionary industry when people went from riding horses to cars. People thought, now the people that feed the cows, the people that not the cows, the horses, people that are veterinarians, they're going to lose a lot of jobs. But you just have to adapt. They went from being veterinarians to mechanics for the cars. So it's pretty much, it's the same thing. So the thing, you should have to use your mind to be able to grasp it into how it's going to work for you. So for instance, with me, I do a lot of marketing. It helps me quite a lot. AI is not going to replace a graphic designer. AI is not going to replace a copywriter. AI is not going to replace someone who shoots videos or takes pictures. It's going to help them. The way I use AI is I go take a video or or video or photos or make a graphic and use AI to enhance it. So for instance, one thing that's always been a pain in the ass, like if you go check 10 years ago, removing something in the background on
like
Photoshop was so difficult. Whereas now with AI, it's literally a click of a button and it's gone. So the gist of it is just people that are smart are going to use it to their advantage, and people that don't know how to use it are going to get left behind. But it is a thing that I'm also scared of, because if you're going to look at, for instance, one of the services in my marketing company that I'm starting to promote is using a chatbot in your website to cut the time between when a client inquires on their website and you getting back to them. Because a lot of people, let's say you're looking for a hairstylist or something for a specific hairstyle. You're laying there, it's 9, 10 o'clock at night on the website. Realistically, that person from their website is not active. They don't know. But you talking to a chatbot, they're saying, okay, I want 1, 2, 3 services. They give you, okay, for 1, 2, 3 services, it's going to be this much. And now you know, okay, make the booking, pay there. The next morning when you get there, you know, oh, okay, I have 3 bookings today. I didn't even do it. So there are some people that are going to lose jobs, like assistants and people that answer phones, get back to emails, a lot of admin stuff, which is, unfortunately, it is the sad reality. But the thing with how the economy is now, a lot of people can't afford, if you have like a small dentistry practice, can't afford, they have to make some sort of cuts because everything is so much more expensive. Now, as for instance, with how Trump, with all these taxes and stuff that he brought in, people have to cut stuff somewhere, and unfortunately, some people are going to lose jobs. If I had to think.
I was just going to say to the camera, okay, here are the top 10 most likely jobs to be replaced by AI in, let's say, the next year. Take another guess of what could be in the top 10, and I'll say yes or no.
I think admin people that work in the office, answer emails. Yeah, is that one of them?
Yeah, I would say we've got data entry clerks.
Okay, that makes sense.
Definitely telemarketers. I mean, retail cashiers, bookkeepers. I mean, a lot of them can fall under the same category.
They do, yeah.
Go for another guess.
Another guess, if I had to think of the creative industry itself, I'd have to say, with the rise of Canva, specifically graphic designers.
So they're not very high on the list, but we've got like editors. But interesting enough, I wouldn't say it's here.
This is not there.
I'll give you the top 10. Here's the top 10.
Top 10.
Number 1 is data entry clerks. Number 2 is telemarketers. Number 3 is customer service representatives. Number 4 is retail. Number 5 is proofreaders and copy editors. Number 6 is paralegals and legal assistants. That's an interesting one.
Legal assistants.
7 was bookkeepers.
Imagine going to court with ChatGPT behind you. Go like, okay, what is the answer, Your Honor?
Yeah, that's wild, eh? And number 8 is fast food and restaurant workers. So for those in matric, I don't think McDonald's is the way to go next year. Number 9 is warehouse workers. This is interesting because that's quite a physical labor.
It is very manual, but thinking, you know, with those dogs that walk in 4 legs, if they can make that into a person,
the robot dogs,
the
that does backflips and shit, and has a flamethrower.
And the thing about them specifically is they don't take lunch, they don't sleep, and you don't have to pay them once you purchase them.
Well, number 10 was market research analysis. So, yeah, a lot of the, let's say, admin work,
gone.
And that's at least not scary for us now, as we're sitting here, but for those watching, our thoughts are with you. Our thoughts are with you. Because that's very interesting and scary, but it does give an idea of what to expect. And it's just how it is, man. Life has never stopped changing. Work has never stopped changing. This is just change. And this is, let's say, the next new wave of change.
It is. And, you know, it's very unfortunate. But as a person, you always have to be ready to overcome, adapt, and improvise. That's Bear Grylls.
And acting. Bear Grylls and acting.
Bear Grylls and acting. That's the thing. But as an actor yourself, what's some advice that you'd give to someone that wants to get into acting?
So if you want to get into acting, that I think is one piece of advice, and then the when you're there, that's another piece of advice. So I'm going to do both.
Yes.
So the first one, if you want to get into acting, I want for all the kids that are now in high school, you know, you're doing drama, those competitions like Tienertoneel, Pronkpodium, we've got a lot of festivals for high school plays that's going on. I'm thinking off the top, Aardklop, I think is, but I think that's just a normal theatre. Artikafeer. But what is that one? It's at the Voortrekker Monument. Do you know what it is?
This is not one by Afriforum.
Afriforum Theater is also connected to Pronk as well. But yeah, let's just say Artikafeer Tienertoneel. Right, for all the kids that are competing now in Artikafeer Tienertoneel, take it seriously.
Yeah.
Because for me and for a lot of others that were also in my school, in the same place as me, have jobs now as we speak.
Yeah.
I have 3 matric students in my previous school who are matric right now. All 3 had professional jobs in this industry. 2 of them currently being in a show as we speak in the Cape Town.
Yeah.
And how do they get noticed? They get noticed on that stage. You have no idea how many people in the industry are there watching you. Yeah. My mother as well was 18, got noticed in Artikafeer Tienertoneel. I've got 2 other boys as well who are now in matric, got noticed at Tienertoneel. And what's interesting is Artikafeer Tienertoneel has now a new category of winners every year at the national final, which is Agent Artikafeer, where they choose kids who can be a part of their agency, personal agency. And I think that's the best way to get in right now. So especially if you're in high school, I know that it is difficult if your school isn't necessarily good in drama. So then what else I would suggest is go do your research on agents in South Africa. Talent ETC as well, go contact them. Everyone has websites, Stella, contractors, thespians. Go and find their Instagrams, go and find their websites, go and contact them. I promise you, an email or a phone call is not going to kill or hurt anyone. Really, just get it out there. Try to make a CV of some sort. Just list a few skills, maybe a few theatre productions that you were in as well. So that's my first bit of advice. Now the second part, and I think it's even more important, because it's now, okay, now you're there. Now you want to stay there. So the second one is, let's say on your first day on set, ask as many questions as possible, man.
Ask.
Be curious. Go ask the sound department what's going on. Go ask the director, the DOP. None of them are afraid to talk about their work. They love questions. Really, we do. You can ask an actor about his work. He will gladly assist you. Go and walk up to us. If you're ever an extra on a set, go and talk to these people. Go learn. Because it's on set where I was first shown to my agency where I am at today. They were like, you should go to Stella. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll go find out. So go ask as many questions as possible. Be curious, stay curious. Because as well, if you're South African and you're in the South African industry, focus on more than one thing. I know acting is fun, but you gotta see what other skills you can improve upon. Writing, that's why I prioritize writing. I've been writing for about 2 years now. I've got Tienertoneel texts, you know, did my first film about 2 weeks ago. It's a lovely, lovely experience, and also our country needs writers.
We do.
I think even with II, we just saw now, it's not in the top 10 yet, so
still coming, but
keep writing.
For now, keep writing.
Keep going, man. Even if you can get something out in the next year, you are good, man. So just stay curious, and I think as well, you're allowed to take your job seriously. Really you are, because I think a lot of people can get shy or think, oh, everyone's thinking I'm pretentious, because I'm like here in the corner trying to get into the zone and try to feel this emotion. They're like, this guy is so full of himself. I say ignore those people. Shut it out.
Be yourself.
You're allowed to take your job seriously, really.
And what would you tell Paul from 10 years ago? What's
10 years
ago? What's something you tell him?
Listen to your mother. I'm dead serious. Listen to your mother. Look at me.
Mothers know space.
Listen to your mother. 10 years ago, my mom said, hey, you should do drama. I think you're good at it. I'm like, no, I like cricket. I want to do cricket. And she's like, but you're good at acting. I said, I don't want to be good at that. I want to be good at cricket. And I was so stubborn. And I literally said no to like any plays. I said no to orals. I just didn't want to be a part of it. I literally avoided it for about 2-3 years. Until I was like, okay, fine, let me try this. It is high school. It's an age of trying new things. And I absolutely fell in love. And I was like, damn it. My mom was right.
Mom's always right.
So I think, obviously, Obviously, I think it also depends on the parent. I know a lot of parents are like, they want to force their child into something. And my dream was to be a rugby player, so I'm going to force my kid to do rugby as well. And I know that's a different situation. But I think what was lovely about my, let's say, coming of age in high school was I really had the opportunities to do everything. Go do choir, go do athletics, go do rugby, even if you like literally almost die. Go do drama. Because you'll never know if you don't try. So listen to your mother. Listen to your mother.
That's the thing, man. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for having.
It was awesome.
It was great having you. Thank you for all the advice you've shared and all the wisdom you've shared with us. Yeah, thank you very much for tuning into this week's episode of the Nothing Podcast. Don't forget to comment, like, share, do the things. Comment something you personally would like to ask Paul. He'll be down in the comments.
I'm in the comments,
Or down in the comments if you're watching this on TikTok or anywhere else. Thank you for watching. And remember to stay good, and if you're not good, take pictures. Cheers, guys. Oh, donkey, dude.
Nice, dude. I was like it.
Ja.
Lekker, man. Hij had ook nooit goed gegaan, hè?
Ja. Wacht, ja, je kan. Oké,